we've always been very involved in this community. We've been here for 50 years, so we've seen it go through a lot of different transitions. And COVID for us was the perfect storm because it just hit at the worst possible time. We just went through the process of moving, and we got to, I can't remember the specific day that we closed, I want to say March 15th. But for us, like, that's where the year really starts. January and February are slow. March, you have St. Patrick's Day, which kicks off graduation season, Red Sox season, Marathon Monday. So we got like just to that point, survived the worst part of the year, and then the rug was just pulled out from under us. So when the BU students came back, for us it was at first a little bit scary, but also exciting to have people back. They took a big risk, and for us, who on any given day, probably 70% of the people that are in here are BU people, it gives us a higher level of comfort knowing that they're part of that community and that they are being tested so frequently. I don't know if it's saved our business, but probably 70% of our revenue is BU related right now because there's nobody else working or living in the neighborhood.
So pandemic struck in March. In April, we were at the beginning of a bike boom. A lot of people didn't want to take the train. People wanted to get outside and they couldn't go to the gym. One thing they realized they could do was still ride a bike. Having said that, the flip side of the pandemic problem is it really killed our supply chain. So, a lot of people wanted to get bikes, but we weren't always able to provide that for people because getting parts from China is a real challenge. So it's absolutely been hard. Especially the first half of this pandemic through July. I was working 6 days a week and we'd leave here at 11 o'clock or midnight. But the phone was off the hook, which is good that people want to get to know their community on the bike and want to get outside. And I think you're really seeing the importance of really very simple forms of exercise. I really feel lucky that we're open. I feel lucky that I can make people's days better. And I genuinely feel proud of how well we've adapted and really stayed positive, and that we really are providing people with something they really, really need.
So we opened a little over 3 years ago, August 2017. For so long, gaming was considered this antisocial thing. You always heard of people saying, oh, the gamer just sitting in his mom's basement. But he was online with other people, playing with other people, and there was just nowhere to go and be with other people who share that passion. And that's really what this place has always been about. We've always been very conscious about cleanliness. Every time someone gets up, we wipe down the setup with Purell wipes, headset, keyboard, and everything. But now we've extended even further. We've got hand sanitizing stations. We've set up all the registers to be all touch-free pay. The bathrooms are now all touch-free. Employees are always wiping hands, wearing gloves during transactions and everything. So it's really stepping up cleanliness to another level to make sure people are as safe as possible. Not only our customers, but our employees as well. Lockdown was definitely really tough for the business. Now that students are back, it's definitely up a bit, but people don't want to go out as much, and that's completely understandable. So we've been okay for now. We still have a loyal group of regulars we see who know that they're safe here, and that's what we're always hoping to do, is just make people as happy as it can be when they're here and that they want to come back.
So I was 28 when we started in '76, and we've been over 40 years in business here. As you can see the pictures on the wall, there's a lot of history there. My wife's here, she's the one that cooks the lasagna and certain things. And my kids are here. If my kids weren't here, I probably, wouldn't still be here at this age. So we're lucky we're in the situation that we can do pickup and delivery. There's some restaurants that do way more business than me. These are sit-down places. They don't have even a fighting chance. So, we're fortunate that we're in that niche of the market. We're also fortunate we own the building. That's a big plus because a lot of people are suffering with rents. I had a small cut staff, but I didn't lay off any major people or stuff like that. When we came here in '76, believe it or not, from the BU Bridge to Packard Square, there were like 3 restaurants in '76. There's like 20 odd places now. I don't know how many people are gonna make it, but hopefully people coming back and filling the buildings again. But in the short term, you're gonna have to keep on adjusting and seeing what happens. And so there's no easy answer, but you just have to, it's like a boxing match,